Hello traders, today is September 4, 2024. I'm gonna go over 11 different names today. As per usual, this is not financial advice. This content is for educational purposes. If you find any utility on the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I strongly suggest you to do some due diligence or research before you spend or risk your capital trying to invest on equities or any other type of investments. That being said, let's get into the video. So let's start with Apple. And one of the things that I was saying yesterday on a video, as for basically explaining how I'm trying to approach things, is just be very careful with my capital. Anyways, Apple looks still weak in my opinion, and in general I think that the market is very still weak, and there is a lot of uncertainty. We still have some data coming up, and that might actually change the direction, whether if it's to the upside or a continuation to the downside. We have seen so far like 2 to 3 red days, or where in some cases kind of dramatic for some names. But anyways, Apple, what I see is right under the 35 SMA, under this resistance level already. That was actually from yesterday. I do believe that we have to keep an eye on 215, and then from there see if if it doesn't break and test this level, it's probably gonna go back to 220 and maybe continue. Again, this is dependent on data and whatnot. MACD and TSI look kind of neutral. They actually don't look the best. Today, I did some day trading on Apple, and I'll show you really quick where I did. I did it towards the end of the day. It was bouncing over here, so I went long. I got out somewhere, I think, on this candle right here, and then actually Apple continued going up. It was just a quick entry for me. I just saw that. I was just browsing names, and then I saw that, and I was like, there's a little opportunity right here, so I took it. Anyways, I got out of that position. But for Apple, keep an eye on support right now. If weakness continues, that is 215, and if not, your resistance level is at 35 SMA, and then your next resistance level is 220. Let's move on with the next name, and that would be AMD. AMD actually is showing still weakness. You have this candle right here that is very neutral. It's an inside day as well. I do believe that if more weakness continues, which is very possible, we are gonna go towards 134, which is something that I was talking about when we were in this area. We're stuck between here. So two things that I said was, you can either be stuck between these two indicators, and if you break one of them, or to the upside or downside, you're going to move to the next resistance or support level. In this case, I think we're moving towards the support level. However, AMD didn't have a bad day today. It was up over 2%, almost 3%. Let's take a look at the 1 minute chart, and let's get rid of the extended hours. And it had a nice start, and then it kind of lost momentum, and it was choppy throughout the day. I wasn't really looking much at AMD as far as the minute chart. I was looking at the 1 day chart, and I was really hoping to see a little bit more of buying pressure, but I really don't see much. We'll see what happens. AVGO is also reporting, I think, tomorrow. I could be wrong, but I think tomorrow. Let's take a look at AVGO, and then it's reporting, yes, tomorrow. So we'll see. That might have some influence. There again, there is market data coming out as well, and I do believe, and I'm probably gonna say this a million times on this video, there is a lot of uncertainty, and we can expect a continuation to the downside. To be honest, I think that might be a good thing, at least if we go down to 134, and then we can start positioning ourselves for a reversal. This is the point in which you want to keep an eye on 134, and then your SMA 35. There's where you are at AMD. Let's move on to Amazon. And we're still stuck between this range right here, between the 35 SMA and the 200 SMA. It was a negative day, 1.6% down for Amazon. I think this might continue going down towards 167. But again, your range is right here. I wouldn't be too worried about this level at 175, at least for now. So if you break the 200 SMA, you're definitely going to 167, and then could continue going down. But Amazon for now is, I'm not touching it. I like trading Amazon. It's a name that has been pretty good to me. But for now, I would just leave it alone. I think there is nothing that is telling me that there is a short-term swing opportunity here. You know, if you're trading this long-term, you know, I do believe that Amazon is going to continue going towards all-time highs eventually, not in the short term. And most of my videos are based for not day trading, but I would say for short-term swing trades. So if you are into that type of trading, I would not touch Amazon. However, I do see opportunity if this continue to go down towards 170, 167, and then we might actually rebound towards 165. Until we don't get out of this range, I don't think we are going to really have any clarity on direction for Amazon. Let's move on to ASTS. And I made a video exclusively for this. Was it? Yeah, for this name. I did have a long post on X regarding this name as well. I do believe that this could be very volatile. I was short in this right on this area, and I got out, I believe, in this candle right here last week, correct? And then this actually is bouncing back up. Normally when I see this type of setups, I go short, and it works out a lot of the times, not always. But today you had a 12% increase, which is pretty good. And it seems like after hours, even though I don't care much about after hours price action, seems like it's continued to going up. I think this company is going to have a lot of attention, especially if the deployment of their satellites is successful. They're working with SpaceX for launching the satellites, and basically what they are trying to do is to keep it very simple or easy to understand. They want to make sure or have a technology that would have communication between your mobile phone and satellites directly. So you would have access to data, or I guess internet, anywhere in the world. I think this is a pretty interesting thing that this company is doing. They are definitely doing something that a lot of people and companies are putting an eye on. They also have contracts with AT&T and Verizon. So I would actually take this company seriously. I think that today, Deutsche Bank, I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened today. They actually put a price target at the mid 60s. So this has a lot of room. I don't like the setup over here. It looks a little bit overbought, but the RSI doesn't. So the fact that we have extensions here doesn't mean that the price is not going to continue going up. To be honest, I'm not short in this thing. If anything, if I see a better structure on this area for my indicators, I would probably actually go long on this, and probably calls for some type, maybe calls for March of 2025 or something like that. I'm just waiting for this to develop a little bit more. I did some research on the company, and what they do is definitely something very interesting, and they're doing pretty well on what they're doing. So the technology that they have is actually working, and again, they have great contracts with other companies. Let's move on with GOVX box, and let me take a note really quick. Let's say I was shorting box. I did buy some puts on Friday. I did sell them on Tuesday. They worked out. And then look what happened today. It went up 2.5%. Pretty nice. One of the things that I think I briefly mentioned this yesterday, is that I might actually jump into this again. Probably will. Again, I'm seeing the extension that we have on the MACD and the TSI, the divergence that we have between the signal line and the MACD line, the same with the signal line here and the TSI line. And also you're seeing the RSI overbought and extending as well. I do believe that there's more opportunity, but I'm gonna wait. I wanna wait a few more days. Volume is still decreasing, which is a good thing. And I would probably jump onto this and go short again, but it needs probably a little time. It could be tomorrow, could be by Friday, end of day, who knows? But at least for now, I'm not doing it. I'm thinking about going short again for this name. I don't have any levels for this for now. I only know that there is low liquidity, and I know that the MACD and the TSI are a little bit out of line. So for those reasons, I'm just taking some time and I'm keeping this on my focus list. Now let's move on to CAVA. And CAVA actually had a decent day today. At some point it was up 2%. It finished the day at 1.8%. It's a good thing if you want these indicators to cool down a little bit, but I still think they're extended. I still believe that this might fill the gap, but you just have to wait. In my chart, it's way down, and that is not the optimal move that I personally would like if I want to go short. But I'm not very enthusiastic for CAVA for the next few weeks. I think MACD and TSI are overextended. The RSI is not looking bad. It's all right. So we'll see what kind of trading we get tomorrow, but just keep an eye on this low liquidity area that we have here between basically 1010 and down to 99. So that's the area you want to take a look, keep an eye on. That's what I have for CAVA. And now let's go and take a look at Celsius. Another, let me take another really quick, another 52-week lows for Celsius. And let's zoom out so you can see it better. This continues to go down. And while we were somewhere around here, I was saying if you break 35, you're going to meet 27. And I think we're going to go to 27. At this point, I think this is just too much as far as being oversold. I'm not a fan of this company. I don't care. I made money on this move right here. And I guess if I let this run the way it, I mean, what did I know, right? It would have been probably one of my biggest trades. When I shorted this here on this double top, I got out of this on this big candle, and my positions were up 700%. I had puts on this, but then this continued going down and down and down. I'm just waiting for this to stabilize and see if there's an opportunity to the upside. Now, the fact that we broke 35, I was really hoping for a rebound here on the support area, but it just broke today. You know, it finished the day down almost 12%. There is a lot of volume to the downside. These indicators at this point mean nothing. There is low liquidity here all the way to 27. So my suspicion, at least for now, is that we're going to go to 27, and hopefully that's the bottom. You know, I do believe there is going to be an opportunity to the upside. I don't believe it's going to react the same way this sell-off happened. It's probably going to be slower, but there is definitely opportunity here. Let's take a look at the weekly chart and see what we get. Yeah, this looks really bad. You know, this move right here was pretty incredible. We have a very strong support area right here, but boy, let's take a look at the monthly. That even looks worse, you know, and the monthly is telling me that it's probably going to continue going down, at least to 27. Yeah, it's not looking good for Celsius. So again, I'm just waiting. I've been saying this for a while. another 52-week low for Celsius today. And again, if I was, what I'm thinking is, and this is going down to 27. That's the reality, I think. Now let's take a look at another name that I was warning and also telling you that was a good, very risky short opportunity, and this was GOVX. And look at this. I was talking about shorting this position from actually this candle, and now we're here. Now what I was saying was like, well, this looks great. You have a lot of opportunity here to the downside. But my warning to this on this name was that it was playing on catalysts. The catalyst was monkeypox. As far as I know, today, the WHO, I think that's the acronym for those people, said that monkeypox is not a threat anymore. I guess it's not a threat anymore because nobody actually cared about the monkeypox thing. So since nobody bought whatever they were saying, now you're seeing this situation here. They might have vaccines or some sort of medication for the virus or whatever that is, but that means that the euphoria for this is gone. And you can also see it on how the volume was behaving, right? The volume was going down. MACD and TSI was pretty obvious, but my warning to all of you was be extremely careful with these names. And my point was basically proven by these two candles. So you had this this green candle right here that says it's minus 20%, and then the next day you went up 50%. Then you went down again 12%, and then it continued going down consistently. So that is what I was warning, and what I normally, when I trade this kind of setups, that's my biggest worry. That this type of moves a lot of the times come with this type of volatility, and that can destroy your position. Anyways, I think GOVX is done for now until the next scare, or until the next, I guess, news or catalyst that would push this to the upside. Let's take a look at HIMS, and the chart on HIMS looks interesting to me. It was up 0.76, not too much, but it's dancing, or I guess surfing with this 200 SMA. MACD is flat, RSI still down, no RSI, TSI, and the RSI, is right on the 30 level. So I think if we continue going in this direction towards 1460, no, actually towards 1534, and we break this level, then we might have a bull thesis for at least a move towards the 35 SMA. I think it's critical for HIMS to continue on this trend, meaning do not break the 200 SMA. If it does, it's going to go down to 13. But I think it's possible that this can actually continue going as long as it doesn't break under the 200 SMA and then go break this resistance level, and then your next resistance level would be the 35 SMA. I'm not completely convinced with HIMS yet, but I think there is going to be an opportunity once we start getting momentum. There's volume still low, so we need a little bit of momentum for HIMS for a change of course. For now, it looks like it's just going to be a little bit choppy on its way up. But again, if it breaks under the 200 SMA, you're done and going to 13, to the 13 level. Let's move on to another name that I was looking at. Well, I've been looking at pretty much all of these names, but I wanted to mention Microsoft. And I mentioned Microsoft a couple of days ago. One of the things that I was saying, kind of similar to what is happening or was happening with Amazon. and that was being stuck between these two indicators, and whichever breaks first is probably gonna be what sets the tone for the next trading days. So now we're under the 200 SMA. I think we're probably gonna go towards 398. Now, I'm not sure exactly how the market is going to react to data, and if these kind of levels are gonna actually gonna be strong enough. I think if the market gets scared from data, or if something that brings a little more uncertainty to the market, and we're in election season, and we are also coming out of earnings, and we have data that is very critical for what the market wants to hear. We also have a decision for interests and whatnot. I do believe that we are still in a precarious situation. Again, I've been talking about weakness since probably this area right here by the end or the last 2 weeks of August. So I wouldn't be surprised and we go under buy or go to 398 and probably under that if weakness continues. My next level in that case, and let's hope I'm wrong, is probably gonna be 389. But let's wait for 398, see what happens there, and then also we might have a reversal or something if data is good and the market start getting confidence again. It's been very volatile lately. In the last 2 months, in my opinion, it's been a real roller coaster, but this is nothing out of the ordinary, to be honest. So for now, I do think that we might continue going, depending on data and whatnot, towards 398, and I would probably come back to Microsoft on around this level for a long position. I like trading my Microsoft. I think is the charts on Microsoft are pretty defined, and when it hits levels, it actually reacts to them. So you can see it here. You can also see how it reacts to the 35 SMA. I think it's a chart, when you're used to it, that is not that difficult to read. Anyways, that's what I have for Microsoft. And again, the market in general, don't get cocky and be very, very careful with your money. So this is a position that I have. I did buy puts for Shopify today. So one of the things that I'm looking here is that MACD and the TSI, how they are behaving. I think that there is a little bit of volume coming from sellers, and you're also under the 200 SMA. You're under this support level, which is 178. And on my notes yesterday, I was making some notes. I was, I guess, telling myself that under the 200 SMA or this level at 70.8, whichever comes first, there is where I want to go short, and I did. I did it in the middle of the day, so my puts are flat, but I think this is probably gonna pay out. Another position that I got was, and I mentioned this yesterday, and I got it last week, was Starbucks, and I did sell half of my position. My position is up 32%. So I'm pretty good with this. Again, I sold half of it because I just want to make sure that at least I get some of my money back and my profits. Then I also bought, this should have been on my list. I bought puts for Cisco. MACD, TSI are telling me this is probably going to go down. The RSI is also going down. These are up by 5%. My Rocket, what is it? Rocket Company? I think that's the name. Sometimes I just look at the chart and I don't care about the company. These are actually down by 11%. So if they go down, or if I go down 4% more or 3.5% more, I'm probably gonna get stopped out. But I still like the setup right here. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And then another position that I'm keeping is Rivian, which is right here. It was up actually 1%. I do believe that this is going to continue going down. Yesterday, my position was up 250%. Today, I'm 150%. So yeah, this ended up eating, you know, a good chunk of what I had, but I'm okay. I still have a cushion, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I do believe that this gap is going to fill, and I will probably make a decision tomorrow as of keeping them or getting rid of them. Anyways, I'm probably going to sell tomorrow anyways. That's all I have for you guys today. Be careful with your money, be mindful with your capital, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.